Hi everyone, my name is Nick Hayes. I am Director of Sales for Zeiss, and I am showing CinCraft Scenario, our real-time camera tracking solution. And I'd love to show you a little bit about how it works and what makes it so special. So over here, we have our Scenario cam bar.
Sit down.
This sensor is tracking the environment. And what's really neat about our system is that we do not require markers in order to track. So the sensor is facing at a 45-degree angle up towards the rafters in our ceiling and creating its own point cloud off of contrast points within the environment. So it's remembering where these points are and building its own point cloud to ensure that the camera is being properly tracked in real time.
Yes.
That information is being sent into this little box down here. This is called a link, and this is bridging the data and sending it over Ethernet back to our server. And with camera tracking, we also want to understand what a lens is doing. So we also have a Zeiss 18 Supreme Prime that's sending lens data over the smart mount into the Alexa LF. The Alexa LF is sending lens data over LDS through the SDI cable back to our server. So we're understanding what the camera is doing based on the camera sensor that it's seeing the environment, and also what the lens is doing. Is it focusing? Is it zooming? If it was a zoom lens, to make sure that we are receiving a proper comp in our green screen environment. So as we step over here to our software,
Line.
we can see that we've created a very convenient, easy to use interface that allows you to set up your camera and lens configuration even when you're on set or beforehand. You can simply choose the camera brand that you're using, the model, and then also choose from a wide variety of lenses. Right now, the system only supports Zeiss lenses, but in mid-May, we will support over 100 third-party lenses, and those will be added to our template library. So we remain agnostic when it comes to cameras, support systems, and eventually lenses in mid-May. So in the setup tab, you just simply choose what lens you're using, along with which camera you're using. And over to our tracking tab, we can create our own tracking configuration. This is really telling the system what type of tracking environment we want to use. Not only do we track natural markers or natural features in the environment, we can also track reflective markers or traditional reflective markers that have already been placed. So you can choose one or the other. In this case, we're using natural markers. And once you've set that up, you can see that the system automatically learns the environment and builds a point cloud. So all these little dots are contrast that's remembering in the system. You can also see a perspective view of exactly what the system sees. And as I turn the camera, it's always learning the environment and building new points as needed.
What do you need?
From there, this data is streamed over to any number of graphics engines. Right now we're using Unreal Engine along with live effects from Assimilate. And that is in turn sent over to a live comp on the green screen with only about a 6 frame delay. The last piece I'll show you within our software is our ability to record data. So we can record camera and lens information in our tool called Wrangler. This data is then recorded and can then be offloaded to one of our other programs called Export. And Export allows you to export that data in a variety of different formats, including FBX, which then of course can be uploaded to any number of post-production software. So we're showing two use cases: virtual production, live real-time tracking, as well as traditional post-production, post-VFX, where you can record that data and then upload it into any VFX software you like.
Thanks.
So that's it for my demo today. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more information, you can visit our website, zeiss.cincraft.com, or you can visit our YouTube channel.